All right, shalom, shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Karkadash. Give honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. So, got another lesson coming back at you through the Spirit and Power Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Of course, is the brother Karatazah from the Nebraska camp. And this video is entitled "Let the Weak Say We Are Strong." All right, this article is from Euronews.com and is dated today, October 17th. All right, it says North Korean troops in Ukraine. How powerful is Pyongyang's army? All right, so let's get some hot points in here. It says the exact size of the North Korean military remains unknown, but according to analysts, it has tested nuclear weapons 6 times and developed ballistic missile capability. It's like ballistic missiles capable of reaching the continental U.S. All right, the Ukrainian. Well, before we do that, let's get a world map. Let me see. North Korea to America. There we go. Perfect. So as you can see, it's a straight shot. You know, the missile will go in the air, and then anything on the west coast is I would say in danger of a North Korean strike. Especially Hawaii, I would say Los Angeles, San Diego, Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, uh, maybe even something deep as Las Vegas or Phoenix, Arizona. I would say those will be targets if North Korea did decide to, do a missile attack on America. But let's get into the article. It says Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said on Thursday that the fact North Korea has its boots on the ground and temporarily occupies part of Ukraine is the first step to a world war. All right, because using this map, because you have Ukraine, all right, at war with big Russia. All this up here, that's all Russia. All right. So and now, all right, you have North Korea, who is allegedly, sending troops to help with the invasion. Now, if you're not familiar on why this conflict is started or what's going on, all right, this is Europe, and all these European countries are part of NATO, all right, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. America is also a part of it, Canada as well, and they have a pact that if you go to war with one of them, you go to war with all of them. Okay, but there was a let's get it. Treaty, NATO, Russia. I believe that's it. Uh, Not to. Um, Bear with me, Baba Rashad. All right. All right, here we go. So this is an article from France24.com. All right. Did NATO betray Russia by expanding to the east? The Kremlin claims the West broke a promise it made in the 1990s to not expand NATO, and now is using the claim to justify the invasion of Ukraine. Right. So that's exactly what happened. So you have, these NATO countries, and now, these countries who are right there on the doorstep of Russia, they're in Turkey as well. All right, these countries are now part of Russia, or it's like a part of NATO. So NATO is doing, what it needs to do to get a an enemy or an op, on his doorstep, away from his doorstep. So now, Russia and Ukraine been at war for what, the better part of 2.5 years, and now we have foreign troops being introduced. Okay, and remember, you have NATO on one side, all right, the U.S., Canada, all these European nations on one side, and then you have Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, India, all these other countries on the other side. And now we're seeing other countries get involved. We're seeing America spend billions and billions and billions of dollars sending money to Ukraine to continue this war, which is a lost cause. So, if the Ukraine can have all these different countries supporting them in this war, then why should it be any different for Russia to have, its allies to get involved? But we know how the media is, how it's it's all going to go one way, you know. So it says it's sparking a fresh wave of worry and concerns surrounding the country's military capacity. So people are really wondering, well, if they're getting involved in this war, or how strong really are they? It says this is no longer just about transferring weapons. It's actually about sending people from North Korea to the occupying military forces. All right, because that's what America's been doing. America's been sending money, been sending weapons. All right, all kind of tanks and things of that nature to help support Ukraine. Well, what they need is actual soldiers. But guess what? Russia got soldiers via North Korea. Okay, so let's jump down. Matter of fact, let's get a scripture because it said that this is the first step to a world's war. So what does the scripture say? Revelation 11, right? That 11 and 14 says that the second war is past, the second world war is past. All right, and behold that the third war cometh quickly, and that's what we're on the cusp of. All right, because of a new world war, a third world war, which is going to be the war to end all wars. Okay, I'll never forget when I was a kid on the Simpsons, you had it was like a future episode, and they showed Mo, and he had one eye, and he had said he had mentioned, we saved your ass in World War III. No, I'm mixing memories, Slakia. That did happen, but I'm mixing memories. The actual memory that I wanted to convey, they said that World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones because World War III would blow everything back to the Stone Age. All right, and they said that because of the devastating force of the nuclear missiles. All right, and what's called let me see, mutually assured destruction. All right. There we go. Right, MAD. So mutually assured destruction is a military strategy that assumes that if one nuclear armed country launches a nuclear attack on another, both countries will be destroyed. Right? So that's why, since World War II, when America dropped bombs, when America, came over here and they dropped bombs on Japan, there hasn't been anything since. But now you have countries, you have a Russia, you have a North Korea, you have a India, okay, you have a Pakistan. I said India. You have Iran. You have these smaller countries who have the weapon now, who have the weaponry to shoot back at you. And they said North Korea got the capability of hitting that West Coast. So it would be what's known as mutually assured destruction. Yeah, they have a lot of what they call uh, defense weapon systems to try to block any other missiles or warheads that come through. The majority of them gonna hit. But the scripture says that none shall miss his mark. Let me see. That's not the one I want. Shall miss its mark. That was I believe is the arrows. Con. Second Ezra 16 and 13, it says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot to the ends of the world. So once these missiles come from, one side of the world, to the other side of the world, they're going to come back from one side of the world, to the other side of the world. And none's going to miss, and America's going to be totally destroyed. But back in World War I, World War II, well, let's say World War II, and during the Cold War, you had America and you had Russia really building up their forces. Okay, but now, like I said, you have these smaller countries, Pakistan, India, and North Korea, for example, really flexing their muscles. Isaiah 14 and 10. Matter of fact, let me start at 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Right? It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up all their thrones, all the kings of the nations. Right? It says, hell is moved from beneath thee to meet thee at thy coming. Right? So, hey, they're going to meet you where you stand. You want a box, we're going to meet you halfway. You're not going to just come and do an offensive on us. All right, hey, you coming? All right, well, I'll meet you halfway there, and we can go at it. All right, he says, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou also become unlike unto us? Right, because now you have all these countries who have that capability. Let's get back into the article because it's going to talk about their capability. All right, so let's jump down. It says that they're the fourth largest army, and that I'll get this part. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. North Korea possesses the world's fourth largest military with nearly 1.3 million active personnel, representing approximately 5% of the total population, and an additional 600,000 are believed to serve as reserve soldiers. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un has made defense spending a priority, with Pyongyang stating in January that 15.9% of total government expenditure for this year will go to defense. All right. Matter of fact, meanwhile, independent estimates that Pyongyang likely spent around 36.3% of its GDP on its military in 2023. So they invested. All right. They're putting the money. All right. They got the scientists. They've been testing. They're ready to do this thing. Okay. If America want to jump, hey, North Korea is like, how high? Because they only got, this little strip of land, this little bitty North Korea, which America can blow it off the face of the map. But they say, okay, you blow us up, hey, you're not going to come away unscathed. All right. It wouldn't be nothing to hit Los Angeles, to hit San Diego, a Seattle or a Portland, San Francisco. These places are vulnerable. They can obliterate, Hawaii. Not to mention, scores of other military bases around the world that America has that, can be blown up. So America's not that big, bad, tough guy, that it once was. All right? It says that verse 11, Isaiah 14:11, thy pomp is brought to the ground, right? So as proud as America is, it's going to be brought down to the grave. All right, it says, in the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, the worms cover thee. So when you die, your body, it gets starts decomposing, and the worms, and it eats it alive. It's a part of decay. Decaying, and what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, going back to the first estate of being, dust to dust, ash to ash, dust to dust. Right? We're born from the dirt, and we go back to the dirt. All right, America's going back to dirt. Before it was built up to be this big economical giant, it was just, land. You had a lot of animals and peace and harmony over here. Then the so-called white man came over here and just fucked it all up. Well, guess what? After this, it's going back to, as the scriptures say, let's get it in. Matter of fact, we have Isaiah 14 right here. We'll go back to Isaiah 13. It says, Babylon, Isaiah 13:17 says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right? And it's Medes that it's talking about. All right, that's good old Mother Russia. All right, Russia. All right, you're not going to be able to pay these people. All right, there's no amount of money that you can give them to get them out that mindset. Because remember, going back to Ezekiel 37, the Lord put a heavy mindset on the Russians. Okay, it also says that he gave him an evil thought. I believe in Ezekiel 38. He gave him an evil thought to do what? To destroy, Babylon. All right, so you're not going to be able to pay these people. All right, gold they shall not delight in it, and their bows shall dash a young man to pieces. Their bows is talking about this weaponry, these starting with thermonuclear destruction, but as well as it's going to be a lot of deaths during this World War III. So that's bullets, that's bombs, that's grenades and all kind of explosives. All right. For ground offensive, but we know that the main thing that is going to be with this Third World War are these thermonuclear missiles. Okay. Flocky, it says, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall shall not spare children, right? Because when these missiles are shot, all right, they're going to totally lay the whole land flat. All right, America's going to go. Well, let's read it. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, right? Everyone holds America to such a high standard as like it's the best place to be. You know, you can come with nothing and leave with everything, and this, that, and the third. But it says the beauty of the child, these excellencies shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Fire rained down from heaven and totally destroyed them, totally obliterated those places. And America's going to go out in the same fashion. All right, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be filled with doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. Right? So America is going to be wiped off the map. All right, it's going to literally go to dust to dust. All right, just these desert creatures. So how and the thermonuclear missiles are what's gonna do it. All right, this is Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, okay, Esau, America, NATO, very proud. All right, and yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble." What is stubble? Stubble is what you use to kindle a fire to increase the fire. All right, to start the fire, to keep the fire going. So these people, all right, there's just going to be fuel for the fire. All right, and in that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall leave them neither root nor branch. Right? So it's going to be complete and utter destruction. All right, let me see if there's anything else I wanted to get. I think it is. Okay, so okay, I'll get this real quick. It says ever since he took power, Kim Jong Un, that is, in 2011, Kim Jong Un had been accelerating the country's nuclear program. Over the last 13 years, Kim has directed 4 nuclear tests, one in 2013, 2 in 2016, and another in 2017. He also ordered 160 missile tests, which far exceeds the number of trials conducted under his father Kim Jong Il and his grandfather, North Korea's founder Kim Il Sung. These missiles are believed to be able to reach the the mainland in the U.S. With each test, North Korea's nuclear explosions have grown in power. The last nuclear test, carried out to the date in September 2017, was far significantly larger than expected, which gives some weight to Pyongyang's claim that it has the materials to create a hydrogen bomb. So when these people tell you that they're ready to go, you best believe that they're ready to go. Let me see. Okay, yeah, here we go. It says, and the article's in the description. So if you want, I'm skipping, just getting to the meat and potatoes. But if you want to read the whole thing, you can read the whole thing. It says in September, North Korea released pictures which offered a rare glimpse into the country's nuclear weapon program. They offered an unprecedented insight. Slacky. I'm normally in bed by now. Slacky. Y'all bear with me. Got something in my eye now. All right, here we go. In September, North Korea released pictures which offered a rare glimpse into the country's nuclear weapon program. They offered an unprecedented insight into the centrifuges, which that's what they use to enrich the uranium. All right, they're used by a nation to make a bomb grade uranium. The photos thought to have been Kim's power move triggered a fresh wave of concern among the West and the international community, as these pictures show, and beyond that they have a vast nuclear program, which perhaps the only one in the world on which there is no visibility in terms of observance of basic international nuclear safety standards. So they're pretty much going on doing whatever they want to do. And all you know that is they have a bomb, they don't have no limits on what they're doing, and they don't have no good intentions towards you. So and they're ready to get down because what they just sent, according to this article, the whole point of the article, they just sent 10,000 soldiers to Russia to fight against Ukraine. So they got an army that's ready to go, weapons that have been tested. Hey, so they're ready to get this thing going, get this party started. So let's listen to this last scripture. All right, this is Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this should be with burning and fuel of fire." All right, this is talking about the third war's war. All right, it's going to be with burning and fuel of fire. So, definitely, Lord's will, some more comes to this. And if there's any updates, Lord's will, I can get them out to you. And just keep your eyes to the news, keep your ears to the streets. There's a lot going on right now. The election is, less than a month away. A lot going on with that. And, exciting time. So, Lord's will, this is edifying. And I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. A Shalom.